Peace up, A-Town.
I got my peaches out in.
Hey everybody, my name is Wyatt and I'm Ferda Tunes, and we are back with list videos. Usually I do 4 of them. This year I'm only doing 2. Time, work, life is crazy, and I just don't have the time. If you want to see what I will usually be doing for the years to come, go back and check out the 4 videos I made last year. 1 wildcard, mixtapes, EPs, singles, and albums, of course. Today we're just doing singles, and obviously the next one will be the big one. So obviously 50 is a pretty solid numbers, so let's waste no more time. Let's get right into it. Now, with singles of the year, I have a bit of a weird criteria. It barely makes sense to me. So the rules for this list go as follows. No remixes allowed, no singles that become singles after they have come out with the album. So if an album drops and then a month later they make it a single and it becomes a big hit, no, it's probably not making the list. And no singles from 2020 that ended up on albums this year. So this list is more focused on the aspect of how great a single was. This isn't a best songs of the year list. Okay. Here's to our fallen soldiers. Moment of silence for the honorable mentions. Let it roll, baby.
This right here is my swag. All the girls are on me. Yeah.
So many of those, it pained me to squeeze out of the list, but 50 is only so big of a number, you know what I'm saying? So starting off, we got Chandeliers by Young Lean. Just a dreamy ballad, gorgeous dream pop, cloud rap odyssey. Number 49 is Beyonce with Be Alive for the original soundtrack of King Richard. The production could have gone a little bit harder, but Beyonce snapped as usual. Number 48 is TikTok by Young Thug. Just a quick banger. I don't know why it didn't end up on the album, but next is 47 with Scripture by Earth Eater. Y'all put me onto this one during the first Ferda live stream, so if you'd like to see, you can skim through those 3 hours. There's a first reaction in there somewhere. Number 46, who would have thought Skrillex and Fortet would ever link up with Stara? I don't know who the vocalist is, but wow, just a house banger. Number 45 is the nocturnal, slow-building banger from Vince Staples' Law of Averages, followed by the very loud and flaunty and bodacious Roaring Twenties by Flo Milli. Number 43 is Buzzcut by Brockhampton and Danny Brown. Holy lord, they came for the neck. For number 42, Jessie Ware just couldn't help but give us another couple of gems this year after her flawless album last year, followed by Cancelled by Slow Tie and Skepta. One of the, if not the hardest banger I heard out of UK rap. Number 40 is another kind of unexpected collab, JID and Conway the Machine with Ballads, just floating over this gorgeous dreamy loop. It's just great. Number 39 is Stellar Ray Theory by Makami, and just the perfect taste to the phenomenal album he would give us, I think, just a week or 2 later. Number 38, and I really wish I could have put this higher, but Solar Power by Laura. Just such a slow-building, refreshing summer jam. Number 37 is Lumberjack by Tyler, the Creator. Just out of nowhere. Again, just came for the neck. Just went right in. Followed by Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo. There's definitely other singles that were bigger, but I don't know, this one just had my heart and didn't let go. Number 35 was one of my most anticipated collabs of the year.
FK Twigs, The Weeknd, Arca, Tis in the Club, 'cause your love's got me fucked up. Yeah, just swooped in at the last possible second, and it was so good I had to just squeeze it in here. So sorry to the number 50 spot, but maybe, just push everything back.
Number 35 was one of my most anticipated collabs of the year, Money by Rico Nasty and Flo Milli. We need a tape. We need a collab tape. Number 34 is Great Hope Design by Sev Deliza. I didn't hear this track when it released, but y'all put me on it again in the live stream, so wow. Excited for that EP. Number 33 is Sawiti with Doja Cat, Best Friend. It's infectious. I couldn't help but just love this banger. Number 32 is Up by Cardi B. I did not think it would make this list, but every time I came back to it, man, it just slaps. Number 31 is Love Divide by Ross from Friends. Tough picking between the 2 singles he dropped, but both of them were so fantastic. Followed by New Shapes by Charlie XCX. Good Ones was up there, of course, but I don't know, this one was just a bit more flashy and interesting to me. Number 29, another one I wish I could have put higher, but Hood Blues by DMX featuring Griselda. What a killer and perfect rap collab. Number 28, Earl Sweatshirt comes and gives us a taste of his new album coming out next year, 2010, followed by Headshots by Isaiah Rashad. The world needed a stoner anthem this year, and Isaiah gave us about 6 of those. I'm gonna give that the Ferda Tunes award for Ball Up Track of the Year. What else are you smoking to? Number 26, there was a few Freddie Gibbs singles that I could have picked, and it was definitely a tough decision, but Gang Signs featuring Schoolboy Q was easily just the catchiest, and again, just a summer banger I couldn't get enough of. Number 25 is Gold Chains by Genesis Owusu, followed by Little Deer by Spell Liling. And 2 wild cards, never heard of these guys last year, but holy lord. Both of those just some of the most creative and luscious songs I heard this year, period. Followed by Sherry by Magdalena Bay. Just a humongous synth pop banger, Odyssey. Oh, we'll get to that album on the list. The next, Number 22 is Prester John by Animal Collective for their album next year. I know the world has been kind of skeptical of their recent output in the last few years, but oh my god, this is their best song in a lot of years to me. Don't sleep on that. Number 21 is the super cute, happy, indie rock, pop, whatever the fuck you want to call it, Savage Good Boy by Japanese Breakfast. Number 20 is Lotto, Big Energy. Come on. The Mariah Carey sample, the bad bitch vibes oozing all, it's so catchy, it's everything. Number 19 is Star-Crossed by Casey Musgraves. The album, we'll get to that, but wow, just, it's crazy to say, like, this is her most personal, revealing, and emotional song yet, maybe? It's very powerful. A bit of a dip in emotions for that pick, but back to the bad bitch vibes with Thought Shit by Megan Thee Stallion. Lord, take me away from this earth if we ever experience a year in the future where Megan Thee Stallion doesn't drop an absolute smash banger. Y'all can hate on this track all you want. The verses, the bars are there. The flow, bro, like... Number 17, People Call Me Blue by Blue. Just, wow, come out the gate like, oh, I'm about to kill y'all again this year with just bringing everything I can to just drop rap music that just sounds like classic masterpieces off first listen. How do you do that? Number 16 is Nobles by The Alchemist featuring Navy Blue and Earl Sweatshirt. One of the best rap collabs of the year, easily. Number 15 is Family Ties by Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar. Who would have thought Kendrick would come back this year at all? But in this way? Holy, I can't even tell you how many beat switches are on this song, and normally I think that would kind of kill it, but they kill it. It's crazy good. Number 14 is Hazard Duty Pay by JPEG Mafia. I did not know this song released until I heard it on the album. Holy Jesus, what a banger. I can't even believe my ears. The sample is everything. A song shouldn't be allowed to be this catchy. Number 13 is I Believed It by Ty Dolla $ign, Division, and the late great Mac Miller. Maybe it's just me, but man, this is one of the most luscious R&B tracks I've heard so far this decade, for real. The production alone is hypnotizing and catchy, and each of their vocals just make my heart soar. Number 12 is The Princess and the Clock by Caro Caro Bonito, and I know I said I was going to continue the KKB diving in and cover this EP. I just never really got around to it. I'm sorry for the person that specifically requested that. But oh my god, what an absolute bop. Easily one of the most exciting pop songs released this year, and built up hype for an incredible EP that didn't let us down whatsoever. How could you hate Caro Caro Bonito, honestly? Number 11 is Knees by Injury Reserve. Easily one of the most emotional hip-hop songs released this year. This is a painstaking sound collage of guitars, unorthodox singing passages, and lines that sound like they're falling right out of someone's head. Broken pieces make up this disorienting song, and it's so powerful in its depressive and revealing lines and intimate but sort of haunting atmosphere. Number 10, these last two picks just soared in at the last minute. Porcelain Slightly by Lil Ugly Mane. I'll get into this more when I talk about the album, hint hint, but this grew to become one of the most grand songs I've heard this year, and it ends the album perfectly, but as a single, it's more perplexing. The sound is like a rough, quirky rock song, but the vocal performance is depressive yet comforting in a euphoric way, and when the soaring synths come in as the song just explodes into the chorus, it just sucks you into his chaotic psyche, and it's just such a wild ride of a song. I can't get enough of it. Give this one a try if you're into some sound collage type rock. I don't know how to describe this motherfucker. Number 9 is Woman by Little Sims. How amazing and uplifting and soulful this song is, and the fact that it is really just only a taste of the masterpiece that she was coming to give us. I debated between this and some of the other singles she released, but this one just made the most sense to me all around. It's got everything. Number 8, now, Porter Robinson made it pretty high on last year's single list as well, for the same album. And before I even realized it, we had another single off of one of my most highly anticipated albums, like, ever. This thing is just an absolute banger anthem for hope, and it's one of the most fun and uplifting songs I've ever heard, especially when it comes to just EDM. This guy is a mastermind for blasting specific feelings to the listener through pure sonics. This gets the Ferda Tunes Award for Happiest Song of the Year. Maybe most uplifting song of the year, how about that? Number 7 is Easy on Me by Adele. Let's keep it a trilly. Adele could release slow piano ballads for the rest of her fucking career, and I'd be fucking fine with it. As usual, the world kinda stopped when Adele released a song and everyone realized how brilliant it was. I was just shocked and blown away and taken all the way back to 2015 when her last album came out, and I felt the same way. I just couldn't believe how amazing it was. I always liked Adele, but her last 2 albums just took her to another level for me. This really shook up my whole week when it dropped. It did not leave my head since then. Followed by, and I didn't think I would have this artist in the singles list because he didn't really release any singles this year, but this came out of nowhere, Life of the Party. Kanye West, Andre 3000. I'm not getting into the history of this track because it doesn't fucking matter anymore. This song with Kanye and Andre rapping from the core of their soul, one of the dreamiest beats I've heard in rap period for a while. It's legendary, it's heart-wrenching, it's poetic, beautiful, passionate. Andre's verse is so powerful. Honestly, I might give it the Ferda Tunes Award for Verse of the Year. Yeah, what else, right? Everything here is just so pure. Another Ferda Tunes Award, fuck it. Most emotional rap song of the year. Like, God. Number 5, I'm cheating a little bit here, but also kind of not. Prada and Rakata from Arca. If y'all don't know, I made like 9,000 Arca videos this year. Y'all can go check out the reaction. Boom, boom, boom. I'll keep this short, but Arca's little reggaeton electronic pop sound here is just the best it's ever been. It's accessible for Arca standards. It's as dancey as it is experimental, and not in the way you'd think. Just the blend of sounds on here is ridiculous, and it's unbelievable how smooth it all comes together. The deeper you listen, the weirder it gets, but it's still just so... It's such a smash hit. Like, one of the best moments in her career in my eyes. I also give this one the Ferda Tunes Award for Most Forward-Thinking Song of the Year. Now, I think on my year-end list last year, I mentioned how Doja Cat has cemented herself as one of the best hitmakers of the decade already, and she didn't need to do all this. Kiss Me More with SZA, just an absolute bop. It seriously never left my rotation 1 week out of this year. Just such a fresh, organic pop sound like we got on Say So, a little bit of disco feel, but just so much cutesy and catchy stuff going on here. It just warms my heart and keeps me dancing. Number 3, I don't know if people are gonna like this one, but I don't give a fuck. Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. This was the first real true example to me that Lil Nas X is here to stay. I wasn't sure for a while. As much as I admired him and cheered him on, the music just never really did anything for me. But this, just... Ferda Tunes Award, flashiest rap song of the year. I'm just throwing those out now. Jack kills it, he kills it, just... it's an absolute slap. It's uplifting, triumphant, braggadocious, catchy as fuck. It's stellar, and I think this deserves to be one of the decade's first real anthems that just kind of never really leaves rotation. I don't see myself getting tired of this for a while, and if he keeps coming like this, like he kind of did on the album, Lil Nas X is going to be a superstar and a half. Number 2. This song had the world in a chokehold for months. And yeah, they should have followed it up sooner, but god damn. Take a guess. Take a wild fucking guess. Yeah, it's Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic. They could have waited a whole entire year and my hype would still be as strong. It's just an absolute smash. Their callback sound to 70s, 80s, soul, funk, R&B, disco, all of that is just so pure, perfectly executed, and just magnificent. Like, even by the time they dropped the album and listening to the album when it came out, this is still so fresh, so amazing. I guess Ferda Tunes Award most luscious, maybe most sexy song of the year. Yeah! Now, number 1, I know this technically came out on Christmas of last year, but I've decided to change the rules a teensy little bit. Everyone dropped their end of the year lists like mid-December, some earlier, and I just try to do them before Christmas. I try to get them out as close to Christmas as I can. But what am I supposed to do when the best single of the year drops on Christmas? It's unbelievable. Maybe one of the best songs I've ever heard. I think it might be it's SZA's best song, Good Days. What a fucking song to make that exception for. It's unbelievably lush, emotional, and psychedelic, uplifting, and very genre-bending as well. This soundscape that SZA's voice is just soaring through really feels like a collage of like soft, psychedelic pop, neo-soul, and alternative R&B. This song feels like the final push through to a better mentality, struggling with mental health and loving yourself, waiting on good days, and keeping good memories in your mind. The strings are like clouds that you are flying through, and SZA's voice is the angel guiding you. The progression on this track is unbelievable. It flows like a river with multiple waterfalls. The more I listen to it, the more I think this is the best song SZA has ever released. It's pure magic. It's so captivating, breathtaking. The flow of it all is just unparalleled. Every minute that goes by, I'm just in pure awe at the emotions bled into this song. This is a song, like usual with my number 1 pick, I could just go on for another 30 minutes. I have to cut it off at some point, right? But, oh my god. Not my favorite cover art of the year for sure, but oh my god. Song is just perfect in my eyes. It's an experience and a half. And it's just such a blanket. Ferda Tunes Award, most comforting song of the year, best single of the year. I'm really curious to know, this was a very weird list for me to make. I don't know why so many of the picks just felt unorthodox to me, even though they made perfect sense in my eyes. So y'all please let me know what you think and drop your top 10s, 20s, 50s if you fucking want to below. Please, I want to hear them. Let me know what I missed. Let me know what you agree with, disagree with, all that good stuff. Join the Discord down below. We're booming in there every day. Booming in every... yeah. This has been such a fantastic year for Ferda Tunes, and I promise next year gonna be even more killer. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Again, please let me know what you think of the list. Like I put a lot of sweat, blood, tears, and energy, everything into these lists because I am very meticulous with my lists, and it drives me crazy. Whatever. That's about it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. Links in the description. Join the Discord, and we'll see you in the next one for the big one. Much love, y'all.